Alright, so nagbabalik tayo sa ating violin tips and tricks. And for today's video, let's talk about the bow and how you can take care of it, no? To prolong the life of your bow and to clean it properly, no? Yan, kasi not a lot of beginners, no, especially beginners, think na kailangan na linisin yung bow or how they could really take care of their bows for it to last longer, for it to be used more, no? Para hindi ka palit ng palit or kung masiraan man, alam mo yung gagawin or things that you can improve with your bows. Because sometimes, people don't think na nakaka-apekto yung quality, how clean the bow is. But it actually affects greatly the way you can use your instrument, no? Minsan nawawala yung sound natin because we don't take care of the bow properly. Okay? So, when we talk about bow care, no, of course we have to take care of the stick and we also have to take care of the hair. So the two main parts of the bow needs proper care, no. So unang-una, when we talk about taking care of it is proper storage. Okay? So when we store bows, we usually have to loosen the screw. Okay? So you have to loosen the screw so that the hair relaxes and that the stick also relaxes a bit, no? Why is it important? Para hindi natin masira yung quality of the hair, no? It might overstretch, no, if we don't loosen it or if we tighten it too much. And of course, the stick as well, since it's made of wood, it may be prone to breakage. Pwedeng masira agad yung stick when we don't take care of it. So when we use the bow, we have to tighten it up as tight as this, no? Hindi siya masyadong tight. It needs to have a little bit of a give in the middle that it would almost touch or it could touch the stick, yung hair, no? But it still has that springiness na bumabalik siya. So we need that in order for us to play properly, no? To be able to create different articulations, kailangan natin siyang higpitan. Now, after each use, you have to loosen it up. You don't have to take it off, but you have to loosen it up to the point that wala nang give, wala nang laban. Just sticks to it, no? So, that would be enough for proper storage. And of course, after every use, you have to wipe down the stick. So if you don't wipe the stick down, no, with a rag or microfiber towel, the same cloth that you use to wipe down your instruments, nagkakaroon din ng rosin build-up. Because again, we put rosin directly onto the bow hairs, no, to the strands of the hair. Now, the strands will always touch the stick at any given point. Meron times na magta-touch talaga siya because of the pressure, because of the tension, because of the vibration, and all the movements that we are doing. So, we have to make sure that we clean up any rosin build-up, any, syempre, our fingers become sweaty, no? We have to clean it off, wipe it off, diba? Like taking care of your violin, wiping is like the best prevention for other problems that may arise, no, because of not cleaning it up. So instead of having your rosin build up, diba, kasi nagiging sticky, it will sort of stick to the stick. Magsistick siya doon, and then what ends up happening is it prevents proper vibration, no, ng ating stick, no. The wooden parts won't vibrate properly because it's the same thing as holding on to it, no. Pag may mga external things that comes in contact with the stick, the vibration, the way it projects also is affected. So that's the best thing you can do with the stick, is to always try to make sure that the shape is like this, no, pababa, convex, I think, and then also wiping it down, no? Another thing is, of course, the screw. You might also want to check, since it's made of metal, baka nagra-rust siya. You also need to wipe it down occasionally, no? So make sure na gumagana yung mga screw the mechanisms in it, and also in the frog, no, you have to check if magiging rusty ba yung part na yun. So you could also wipe it down. I think some people put, I'm not sure if it's really good, so just check it out if you need to. Pag medyo masikip na siya, lagyan ng WD-40 or something like that, but just a tiny amount so that it could be lubricated. Okay, the next part, again, the main part is the hair. So some think na hindi na pinapalitan yung hair, kaya kailangan mong maubos or the hair should all fall off before you get a new set of hair or get your bow re-haired, but that's not actually the case. So the thing about violin bow or any string instruments bow hairs is that they are actually rough, no? It's the parang kumbaga split ends. Yun yung kumakapit sa strings that creates the vibration. So it's those tiny sort of hooks in the hair that is trying to, pluck the strings multiple times in one pass when we do our bowing. So those hairs or those hooks on the hairs degrade as well. So napupudpud kumbaga. So that's the time you need a rehair. Usually, if you are using your bow frequently, let's say daily ka nagpo-practice, it takes around, I think, 1 to 2 years for your next rehair. So just keep that in mind. Kung lagi mo siyang ginagamit, so nagde-degrade din yung quality, even if you don't lose any hair in the process. Now, if hair is falling off, all the best thing you can do is just take it off. Tanggalin mo kung saan siya nakakabit pa. So it might affect your playing, but it's not that big of a deal kung marami pang buhok. So minsan hindi mo maiiwasan na malaglag siya, or minsan magkamali ka ng stroke. That's why hairs tend to fall off. But there's a lot more than you might imagine na meron siya. So it would take a lot of hairs falling off before it becomes generally useless. So magagamit mo pa yun. So, but just take note that it's not about the amount of hair, but it's the amount of use. So kung napapansin mo na medyo mahina na yung tunog, or the projection isn't the same, or make sound quality that changes without you changing techniques, or wala namang nagbago except for the amount of hair or the quality of the bow hair, so you might need to have it re-haired. Now, you could also try to clean the bow. Kasi when you put too much rosin, of course, rosin again builds up. So, makikita mo mangingitim yung parts ng bow. Sometimes, I see my students, no, if they're using their bows that are a little bit older, medyo kulay brown na siya, hindi na white. So, you could actually clean off excess rosin. There are a lot of ways to clean it off, but the most important thing to note is that when you're cleaning your bow hair, whatever cleaning solution you have, it should not touch the stick. Okay? So, bow hair lang talaga. So, when you're cleaning it, take off the screw and make sure that you only clean the hair part. No? Pwede mong, one solution is using denatured alcohol. No, you soak the bow hair in denatured alcohol, and then let's say for around 2 to 3 hours, mga ganon. It depends on the how dirty your bow is. So mga 2 to 3 hours pwede na yun. And then once you take it off, let it air dry for at least a day, just to make sure na wala ng excess alcohol, because again, alcohol can damage the stick, but it can also damage your strings. So kung tutugtugan mo siya, madadamage din yung strings mo. So that is one solution. Another one is through using soaps. No, when I clean mine, I use dishwashing liquid. Okay, some people have bad experience with using shampoo. So, try not to use shampoo. I know, it's very counterintuitive, pero kasi, we use shampoos and conditioners to make our hair soft. Okay? And we don't want soft hairs on our bows. Bakit? Kasi we want them to be rough and rigid and stiff. So, don't use shampoos kasi may mga chemicals that might affect the quality of your hair, no? I've heard a lot of horror stories from my colleagues na may gumamit daw ng shampoo, yung mga, lalo na yung mga 2-in-1 with conditioner na wala na, hindi na rin nila nasalba yung buhok. So, be careful with the products that you use. But, yeah, maybe hand soap na walang additives to, I don't know, soften the skin. May mga ganun kasi, may mga soaps with moisturizer. So, just use the generic ones, no? Just make sure na you scrub it, no? You scrub the hairs, and then rinse it with water. With regards to the quality of water, I don't really know if you need to use hot or cold running water, as long as you dry it, air dry it properly. So at least a day again. So ganun lang yung paglilinis niya. And then after cleaning, you can put rosin again. If it still feels na madulas, no? If it feels slippery, maybe that's the time that you really need to get a new set of hair for your bow. So yun. So again, basic thing is to always wipe down your bow, and if it becomes too dirty, that's the time that you clean it with either alcohol, denatured alcohol, or soap and water. Yeah. And then again, proper storage so that you can prolong the life of your bow and its hair. And if everything is not working anymore, that's the time I think you really need to get your bow repaired. Ayan. So sana nakatulong kayo itong video na to. If it did, please do drop a like. Comment down below more content you'd like to see. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my socials. All links you need down in the description box below. This has been Ryan Monakil for Violin Tips and Tricks, and I'll see you on the next video.